I'm really curious to begin just to hear you talk a little bit about why you think the Future State series is significant. You know, what's important about the kind of exploration that's going on there? Both, number one, why do you feel it's important to forecast into the future? But then number two, why do you feel it's important to tell stories in the way that this series is, and in particular the way that your film is?
Well, one of the main reasons I think the Future State series is significant is because no one else is doing anything like it. I always kind of tell people it's sort of a modern day Twilight Zone. And it's like people instantly are like, oh, cool, no one's doing that, you know?
That's what we tell people too, actually.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
I think we've talked about this. I mean, the Twilight Zone was very heavily influential for the construction of the basic parameters.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's a really, it's sad and interesting that no one's doing it. But I mean, for me, sci-fi is always a way to explore things in a way where people will kind of go on that journey with you. It's sort of like if you try to say some of the same things the Future States films are saying, it would be seen as didactic or preachy, or, you know, people might get kind of, their guard goes up instantly, like, don't tell me what to do or don't tell me what to think. I found that there were these really interesting political issues, social issues, environmental issues that I sort of thought about in large ways, but Future States drew you in a narrative way. For me, I was really struck by the current event of Proposition 8. So to me, it was the idea of, and when I was talking to you and developing with ITVS and Future States, it kind of thought, I kind of thought, okay, Proposition 8 was this, you know, personally devastating political experience for me and sort of a large group of my friends, and we all just were really, and it was so hard because it was hand in hand with this amazing political event of Obama becoming elected president, and we all were in this sort of state of, you know, what's going on and which road is the country going to follow? Like, are we going to go more in the direction of this Proposition 8 type legislation, or are we going to go in this direction of this man who symbolizes like hope and change? And it was, I just sort of felt like, oh, what if we're kind of going down both paths, and what happens? So I kind of took that to the extreme of, what if Proposition 8 isn't like the worst, most devastating thing that could happen, but what if it was just the beginning? I guess it's important because ITVS is asking audiences to think and trusting filmmakers to make work that makes people think. For me, it was a huge opportunity to get to do the sci-fi genre because I love science fiction. I've always been a fan of it, but I don't know if it was like as a female director or something, you kind of get pushed into a little more like, oh, you're the romantic comedy person, you know, you can do that. So it was really exciting that you guys just said, hey, you're a filmmaker, do you want to do this? And there wasn't any sort of, this isn't really your genre, or this isn't really how you, can you do this thing, you know? Because then you, as an artist yourself, start going, well, maybe I can't do science fiction. I've never done science fiction. You know, I've been a fan of it, but can I actually do it? And so that, I think, was a really beautiful gift that ITVS just let me do that and let me say, like, hey, I can do it. You know, it was pretty, just personally, the opportunities that come from expanding genre work, you know, is huge.